Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Teacher Fayyazuddin Ahmad here. A very good morning to all of you. Hope you're all doing fine. Today we are going to discuss the exercises in the page number 187 and page number 188 of your science reading and writing workbook. The chapter was 9, chapter number 9 and lesson number 1, describing matter. Chapter number 9, lesson number 1, describing matter. And can you please open the page number 187 of your science reading and writing workbook? The first page is 187. The fill in the blanks. Number 1, okay, describing matter. What is matter? Number 1, anything that has mass and takes up space is matter. We discussed matter has mass and it takes up some space. So matter has mass and space. The answer for the number 1 are mass and space. Number next, the amount of matter in an object is the object's mass. We discussed about the definition of mass. Mass is the amount of matter in an object. So the amount of matter in an object is the object's mass. The answer is mass. Number next, matter takes up space, so matter has volume. Anything that takes up space has a volume. Here matter takes up space, so matter has volume. Number next, matter has many characteristics or properties. Properties are characteristics. So the answer is properties. Matter has many characteristics or properties that can be used to describe it. So we have these properties of matter. Matter has space, matter occupies space, matter has mass. Number next, to measure mass, scientists use a tool called a balance. To measure mass, scientists use a tool called a balance. We have seen the picture of balance in our earlier sessions, and we did discuss about the units of mass like kilograms, milligrams, grams. So these were the metric units of mass. So to measure mass, scientists use a tool called a balance. Next, the ability of a material to dissolve in liquids is another property of some types of matter. So we discussed about the unseen properties of matter. There are some types of matter which have unseen properties like the ability to dissolve, the solubility, and also the ability and also the magnetic property, the magnetism. Yes, the ability of a material to uh, dissolve in liquids or the magnetism. These are the two unseen properties. The answer here is dissolve. Next, properties that cannot be seen can still be measured. Properties that cannot be seen can still be measured. Next, answer is measured. For number 7, the answer is measured. Number 8, wood floats on water because wood has the property of buoyancy. Wood floats on water because wood has the property of buoyancy. We discussed about buoyancy in our earlier sessions. The upward force of the liquid on an object is a buoyancy. If the upward force of the liquid on the object is greater than the weight of the object, then the object floats on the water. If the upward force exerted by the water on an object is greater than the weight of the object, then the object floats on water. And if the upward force of the water exerted on the object is lesser than the weight of the object, then the object sinks. The object sinks. So here the wood floats on water because wood has the property of buoyancy. That's the reason why many boats and kayaks, rafts, they are made of wood. What are the states of matter? We discussed the different states of matter in our earlier sessions, like solid, liquid, gas. We discussed that the particles in solid are tightly packed, often in a regular pattern, and we discussed the particles in a liquid are a little bit farther They can move from one place to other place, and they can slide past the other particles. And also we discuss the properties of liquid and properties of solid, and also how the particles in gas, they tend to spread out, they tend to move freely. So all these were discussed in our early sessions. So what are the states of matter? Solid, liquid, and gas are the common states of matter. Number 9, the different forms that matter can take are called states of matter. The answer is states. Number next, the state of matter that has a definite shape and a definite volume is the dash state. It's the solid. The answer is solid state. As we discussed, solid has a definite shape and a definite volume. Solid has a definite shape and a definite volume. So the state of matter that has a definite shape and a definite volume is the solid state. Answer is solid. Next, the particles in a solid are packed tightly, often in a regular pattern. So the particles, the answer is particles. Number next, when matter in the liquid state is moved from one container to another, it keeps the same volume but takes the shape of its container. The answer is liquid. We can observe it in our daily life. If some liquid is poured from a cubical container into a cylindrical container, initially the liquid was in a cubical container, so the shape it has attained was a cubical shape. Now the liquid is being transferred into a cylindrical container, so the shape of that liquid now is a cylinder. The shape is now a cylinder. Initially it was a cube. So this is the volume, the shape of the container which is attained by the liquid. Number next, oxygen is a gas because it takes the shape and volume of the container in which it is placed. We all know oxygen is a gas. So oxygen is a gas because it takes the shape. We know the gas, it does not have a definite shape. It takes the shape of the container, like the liquid. Liquid also takes the shape of the container. Also the gas takes the shape of the container. But unlike liquid, the volume, the gas does not have a definite volume. Suppose if we transfer 1 liter of liquid into a container of 2 liters. If we transfer a liquid of 1 liter into a container of 2 liters capacity, then this liquid will fill only half of the container. The volume will be half of the container, as it is 1 liter and the capacity of the container is 2 liters, so it will fill only half of the container. Whereas the gas, if we transfer the gas from 1 liter capacity container into a container of 2 liters capacity, then there the gas will not fill half of the container, but the gas will fill the entire container. This is the difference. So the gas does not have a definite volume. It will spread out and fill in the whole container. So this is the difference between the liquid and gas. Both of them do not have a definite shape, but the liquids have definite volume, whereas gas does not have a definite volume. Gas tends to fill in the whole container. Next, the answer for 13 is gas. The next one, particles in a gas move about freely. Particles in a gas move about freely. Yes, the particles move freely and they always tend to spread out. We saw how if a balloon with gas is burst, when a balloon with gas bursts, then the gas, it spits out into the air. It spits out into the air because the particles there tend to move freely. What happens to the matter we use? What happens to the matter we use? Number 15. When you use something again, you reuse matter. When you use something again, you reuse matter. We have discussed this in our earlier session, how we have reused the carton, the egg cartons to plant seeds, etc. So if we use something again, then we are reusing something. We are using the matter. When you use something again, you reuse matter. Answer is reuse. Matter can end up in landfills or oceans. We have discussed how matter can be used and later on it ends up as a trash. So matter can be disposed into oceans or transferred to landfill sites as trash. So matter can end up in landfills or oceans. Matter can be recycled. Answer is recycled or made into something else. Yes, we have seen how the metal, paper, plastic, glass, these are all recycled. Yes, to conserve the energy sources. Matter can be recycled or made into something else. The answer is recycled. To make into something else is recycling. Metal, paper, plastic, and glass can be recycled. Here the answer is glass. Metal, paper, plastic, and glass can be recycled. The answer is glass. Hope you understood all these points, and also you understood the lesson well. I'll get back to you with the remaining part of the workbook exercises. Until then, you have a homework. Complete the workbook pages 187 and 188 from your science reading and writing workbook. Complete the workbook pages 187, 188. Thank you. Have a nice time.